If you want to make money with your music as an independent artist or band or musician, then this video or this series is for you. In this video, I'm going to be covering numbers 15 through 21. So stick around and learn how to make some money with your music on the other side of the intro. Let's go! What's up, everyone? It's Jamaal, aka Boss Eagle, Billboard-charting Hip-Hop artist and music business coach at Business Minded Musicians. And I want to welcome you to part 3 of the How to Make Money with Your Music series. Thank you to Bandzoogle for the amazing article that we're covering. We're going to be talking about numbers 15 through 21 in this video. If you want to go back and check out parts 1 and 2, you can get all 21 of these amazing ideas on how you can make money with your music. But before we do that, I just want to remind you that you can go ahead and subscribe to this channel. If you like videos like this, where I help independent musicians and artists build their brand and grow their music career with marketing, social media, technology, all that good stuff, you can do that. And also make sure that you ding that little notification bell so that you are notified when videos like this come out. So without further ado, let's jump into numbers 15 through 21.
Let's get it on!
All right, and number 15 is to license your music. Licensing your music can be a great way to make money if you can get into that space and you're more familiar with music licensing, or what we call sync or synchronization licensing, than you're probably even aware of. You know, when you watch a commercial for a car manufacturer or whatever, and you hear that song in the background, or you're watching, you know, ESPN and there's a promo and there's a band song, you're like, hey, I know that band. That's a synchronization license. And so basically what that means is they are syncing your music to a video, right? It's the same as if your music was in a movie. Like, as you can see right behind me right here, 2 of my songs were in this movie, A High School Story. So my music was synced to that movie in 2 different scenes, 2 different songs in 2 different scenes. And so synchronization can be an awesome way to get your music out there. Obviously, depending on whether it's being synced for a small movie versus a commercial versus a movie, you know, a major movie trailer from a music studio, those rates are going to vary. But you know, if you could even get into, you know, say like a daytime or a nighttime drama or something like that, you know, you could make some pretty good money by licensing out your music. You definitely want to make sure that you do all of your research before you go into licensing music. Make sure you understand the terms, make sure you understand the contracts, what is expected from each party, you know, how long are they going to have your music for, what are they going to use it for. But the big thing I would say is to make sure that you are accessible. I was at a conference a few years back and I was at a session listening to some music supervisors, and that was one of their big gripes, was that it was difficult to find the artist. It was difficult to get a hold of them. They'd somehow gotten a hold of this music. They wanted to use the music for a TV show or something, but they had no contact information. So this is why I would say, you know, make sure that you have your contact information available, even if it's just an email, even if it's an email that you can put on Instagram or SoundCloud or somewhere, that a music supervisor could get a hold of you, that they see something on your EPK or your electronic press kit. Just make sure that you are accessible so that you don't miss out on a potential opportunity if, say, a music coordinator or a music supervisor comes across your music and wants to use it. So syncing your music can be a great way to make money, can be a great way to make residual money, depending on those rates and depending on that contract. Again, could be awesome.
That's awesome.
All right, number 16, social video monetization on sites like Facebook, Instagram, Triller, etc. This is an awesome way for you to make money with your music, even if you are not directly showing your music. So let's say somebody uses your song in a video and your song is just literally playing in the background while they do a how-to, how to build a potato gun, how to build a makeshift sled for the snow. Doesn't really matter. If your music is playing in the background and you have this set up, you can actually make money this way. And with so many people using background music in their videos and posting their videos on Instagram and Facebook, I know for myself, I'll do a lot of times, I'll do how-to videos and stuff, making a minute video on Instagram and I'll use background music or whatever. If you think about how many people might see that, how many times it might be shared, etc., this could be a nice little revenue stream. Make sure that you have this set up, usually through your digital distributor, and encourage people to make videos with your music in the background, because that could be awesome for them and for you. So win-win situation. Number 17, making money from your YouTube channel. This can happen in a couple of different ways. So let's say somebody runs an ad that has your music in the background, and they're running that ad. When your music is being played, if you have the content ID on there and you're all set up, you could actually get paid for the use of your song in that, depending on, again, if you have the rights and those types of things. But the other way this could work is simply by YouTube users who might take one of your songs and put it behind them, streaming their video game. This could be a great way for you to generate income through that, again, by having the content ID set up. A lot of times this can all be worked out with your digital distributor. So make sure you know what types of platforms, what types of things they can collect for, and make sure that you're signed up for all of these so that you don't miss out on any opportunities to make money on YouTube with your music. Number 18, the classic way to make money with your music is through sponsorships. You can find local businesses that might be willing to sponsor you if you're going on tour, if you're playing some regional shows, or even just local shows that, they may want to get some extra exposure for. If you have a show that's gonna, cap out at 100 or 150, and that could mean that they could have 1 or 2 or 3 or 10 extra customers, or some people that walk through the door that week just because you branded them during your show. That could be awesome for them. A lot of times, sponsors may just support you by giving you gear or equipment or services, but you could work up to that place where maybe they're sponsoring you monetarily, and then you could put on your posters, presented by, or you have banners on stage or at your merch table. Thank your sponsors during your show, making sure that you acknowledge them, and that could be a great way for you to make money with your music, and also build another partnership in your community, which is a great business tactic. Business-minded musicians. Number 19, and this one's probably going to be a little bit tougher than some of the other ones, but it is to apply for music grants. Sometimes it might feel like there's absolutely nothing out there to apply for, but that doesn't mean that there aren't. You can look at the national level, but don't overlook your local community as well, because there are a lot of organizations out there that would love to support the arts and support independent musicians. I know we have an organization here that had a grant that I was a recipient of, and it helped cover some of the cost of my first order of CDs for my first album. I know that there's also at kind of the state level here, there's a grant that helps cover kind of post-production type things. There are grants out there. They may be a little bit harder to find. You may have to dig a little bit, and they can certainly help you to generate some revenue and to get money to help push your music forward. All right, number 20, the big 2-0. One of the ways that you can make money with your music is by being a session musician, for other artists. So maybe you play the drums, or you play the sax, or you shred that electric guitar. You could either, be a session musician playing for other artists on their projects, but also you could do this in a live setting too. So maybe you hire out your services, maybe they need a DJ, or maybe they need a bass player for a live show, and you can get paid that way as well, whether it's either lending your services or charging for your services in studio or live. If an artist needs a fill-in, or if they want to just bring you on for a certain amount of time or for a certain amount of shows, you can make money that way. It's maybe not necessarily your music, but it's still utilizing your music ability, and therefore it's still making money with your music. And lastly, number 21, we finally reached the end. Number 21 is to teach music. Now, this is one of those things that I'm gonna say, you need to know yourself. Okay, we've probably all had that teacher in high school or a professor in college that was really good at what they do. They weren't so good at teaching it to other people.
Hey, you ever taught anyone?
No.
So you have to know yourself personally. You have to know your bandwidth, what you could do, but certainly teaching music can be a great way for you to make money as a musician. There are a lot of people out there, not just kids or teenagers, but even adults who want to learn the piano, violin, or the drums. And so you can teach people that. And what it also does is it allows you to keep honing your skills too. So as you're teaching someone how to play the clarinet or the cello, you're also continuing to work on your skills as well. And so consider teaching, whether that's live, or if you consider creating something like an online course where you could do, you know, maybe guitar for beginners.
Shovel guitar, shovel guitar.
I know for a lot of instruments, some people say, well, it's just too hard to not be there because I need to know what they're doing, what the student's doing. You know, maybe you consider adding something on where you say, hey, here's the online course, but you have a live check-in once a week where it's in your private Facebook group, or over Zoom would be perfect. And maybe that's a way that you can check on their progress. You can see if they're doing things right. They can ask questions live, and you can really help them fine tune some of those things that they're doing in the online course. Also, you can teach the instruments that you play and make money with your music or as a musician. All right, so that brings us to the end of the 21 ways to make money with your music series. You can go back and check out parts 1 and 2 if you missed those, but hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you got something out of these videos, maybe 1 or 2 ways that you can go and make some money with your music. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ding that notification bell if you want to be notified when new videos come out. Go ahead and also give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't, because hey, either way, it's engagement. Go ahead and leave me a comment below and let me know if you're using any of these methods or other methods that you might be using to make money with your music. And as always, please feel free to share this video and any other videos with other independent artists and musicians that you know that this would be helpful for. So again, I hope this video was helpful for you. I hope this series serves you well. Go out and make some money with your music, and hopefully we'll be able to hear about some of those awesome stories of ways that you all are being able to take control of your career and make money with your music. So God bless, and I will see you when I see you. Peace.